Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to start a app project that we're going to build from the ground up. So we're going to be building a clothing app. We're going to start with digital paper wireframes, which is basically just like wireframing on paper, but instead we're going to do it on our iPad. But we're going to be dividing this series into individual videos so that we don't compile one huge long video. We're able to break it down into more manageable chunks. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, let's get this recording started. So I usually like to start my wireframes for apps by creating lists. And so here I'm just creating a small list and I'm making it look like the user flow of the app just so I get a better idea of what kind of pages I want to add for this app, so I'm not missing any wireframes when it's time to start making digital wireframes and hi-fi mockups. I definitely don't want to go through the process of paper wireframing and forget an important page. So now we're going to get started, and now we're just doing the splash page for the app. We're going to add a welcome button and a logo. Now we're doing the sign up page. The same, we're just going to import and copy the same elements so we don't have to redraw them. Now we're working on the sign up page, so we're just going to add text fields for like name, password, and email. And here I am also creating the sign in page, which is very similar, and like I mentioned before, I'm just going to be copying all the elements that are going to be the same so that I don't have to waste time creating elements again and making sure that they are the same. Copying and pasting just eliminates some of that hassle. Now we're going back to our list and we're checking off all the pages that we've created, or a navigation bar that we're going to be using for prototyping the rest of the app. Now I'm working on a version of the home page, and me personally, when I am working on like clothing apps or e-commerce apps, I like to draft a couple versions of the home page, since the goal is to make sure that everything can get done. All the user goals and the user flow really starts and ends at the home page. So I think it's important to create multiple drafts of the home page. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm just experimenting with different cards and different ways of presenting the same information here. I'm working on the second draft of the home page. I'm just creating cards for different sections, like the headwear section right here. And here I am just copying and pasting some elements onto the headwear section. Now I'm going to copy the navigation bar, paste it on the next three screens. We're going to work on the third version of the home page, and we're just going to add a couple text boxes here. We're going to add a section for new releases. We're going to add 4 cards and a see all button. Then we're going to go on to favorites, and here the idea is to scroll infinitely through all the sections with 4 cards. Now we're moving on to the fourth version of the home page, and here we're going to start with a big sale banner and maybe a small description of the sale. Then we're going to move on to presenting the new releases, but here we're going to alternate cards of products with images from the brand. So now we're going to move on and create a simple search page with a search bar at the top, a keyboard that we're not going to draw in a lot of detail, and obviously every search screen should have a couple of categories to scroll through. And you really want to make your search page as useful as possible by making it searchable through all your functions, not just items. You should be able to search past entries, things of that nature. Moving forward, we're going on to the previous order page. We're just copying and pasting these cards, and we're going to go ahead and create a second version. Just because we can organize this information 2 different ways, we can either create separate cards like I'm doing now, or we can just divide each order with dividers. Now we're creating the order page expanded, so this is the page that would populate once you click on one of those orders. I'm making sure to add a title to each page and a back button so we can go to the previous screen. And now I'm going to be working on the Your Cart page, the checkout page, and the order confirmation page. So these are the pages that you would go through when placing an order. We started with the confirmation page because it was the simplest, And now we are moving on to the Your Cart page, making sure we have the items and the price as well as the checkout button. Once you hit the checkout button, you go to the checkout screen where you have your user information like name, address, and payment method, as well as an option to edit or change your payment method, then a quick reminder of the things that you ordered, and then a pay now button, which populates the order confirmation screen and sends you back home. Now we're going to be working through the My Account page. So we're going to have some user information as well as other menu options that we could click through, like a light and a dark menu mode. Now we're going to work on the user information page. Very simple. We're just going to add text fields and a save button. Now we're working on the payment methods. Again, adding a title and a back page. So we're going to have sections for debit and credit cards as well as digital payments and a button to save the changes. We're then going to go ahead and create 3 more screens, copying our nav bar. And we're going to create a page to add and edit a payment method. We're going to add a confirm button. And now we're going to create a page to save your addresses. So now we've created all the pages that we need to start our digital wireframes. Alright guys, so there you have it. We've wireframed this app from start to finish. We've created about 12 pages now and we are ready to start working in Figma. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.